ladies and gentlemen, I give you a man who truly exemplifies the deep and abiding Christian thoughts of the conservative movement, Donald Trump Jr. Bouncing off of his tweet, there's something seriously broken in federal law enforcement if they're going after Mike Lindell, but not the people on Jeffrey Epstein's list. Hang on one second, if I may. Please, God, let him be wearing a green shirt like a fucking moron. Okay. just preparing, making sure we. This guy right here. There you go. This little situation right there. That's good. That's yeah. Okay. All right. We'll figure it out. All right. Here we go. So let's see. I know there's going to be an ad and it's going to.
Susie Lee, voting with Biden 100% of the time, causing reckless spending that's crushing middle-class families, hiring 87,000 IRS agents to come after hardworking Nevadans. Nevada deserves better than Susie Lee.
Okay.
Wow, guys.
Listen, guys. It's Halloween time, and I'm but Kimberly has taken over my office to call it. They want her as a guest on Newsmax. They won't have me, so I'm in the room where we store decorations.
Okay, the FBI
has invaded my hard palate with a jackhammer.
Seizes Mike Lindell's phone. The My Pillow.
I see. This is a fuck you to the FBI gag. By the way, the FBI thing is put over their chest. That's added later. If you'll notice, somebody put this on. This is a DEA grab, and more than likely this table had drugs or weapons or something else on it. This is about things they've seized. It might even be Customs and Border Patrol, which is, from a right-wing perspective, ironically, even more sacrilegious. Fuck you, cokehead.
Guy. They're going after the My Pillow guy because he believed, like so many Americans, that so much of the crap they've been selling you forever was nonsense.
No, they did it because he aided and abetted someone fleeing a federal warrant. That's all.
So, guys, listen to me. I'm at my... I broke into this family's house, and I was just going through their silverware to get Coke money, and this idea popped into my head.
Common sense things that seem to be pretty common sense.
Yes, often common sense things seem to be common sense, and then turn out not to be.
Even question those, they're going to now put you on a list, and they're going to raid you.
No, they won't. A lot of people question those things. They don't give a fuck.
There's something seriously broken.
He's going to read his own tweet.
In federal law enforcement, guys. They're going after...
Why is he leaving the guys out? I mean, come on. If you're going to go full DJTJ, fucking put guys every fifth word.
Mike Lindell, but not the people on Jeffrey Epstein's list. Remember, like, Glugene?
Your dad was on Epstein's fucking list. This was a party at Mar-a-Lago. Yeah.
Or however the hell you say her name, Maxwell, like, she's serving a...
Whoa. Fucking whoa.
Federal law enforcement.
What? Watch this. Hold on.
Guys, if they're going after Mike Lindell, but not the people on Jeffrey Epstein's list. Remember, like, Glugene, or however the hell you say her name, Maxwell, like, she's serving a really long sentence.
Glugene. You know who knows how to pronounce Ghislaine Maxwell's name? Testifying at Maxwell's trial in New York City, the woman, identified by a pseudonym Jane, said she met the former president in the 90s at his Mar-a-Lago resort. She was 14. One of the former women who said they were groomed for sex by Ghislaine Maxwell testified Wednesday that the disgraced financier Jeffrey Epstein took her to meet Donald Trump when she was just 14. Testifying at Maxwell's trial in New York City, the woman, who's being identified by a pseudonym Jane, said on cross-examination she met the future president in the 90s at Mar-a-Lago. Jane didn't allege any improper behavior by Trump and didn't go into further detail about why she was at the resort. Mr. Epstein introduced you to Donald Trump, correct? Yes, Jane replied. Jane also acknowledged that in 1998, she took part in Miss Teen USA beauty pageant that was associated with Trump. It wasn't immediately clear whether that was before or after the meeting at Mar-a-Lago. Trump's spokesman didn't immediately reply to a request for comment about whether Trump, who once called Epstein a terrific guy, has any recollection of meeting Jane. Following Epstein's, believe me, he wouldn't know her by name. And following Epstein's 2019 arrest, Trump told reporters that he was, quote, not a fan of him. Yeah, after the arrest. Another woman, Virginia Jeffrey, who isn't part of the case, said in a civil lawsuit that Maxwell trafficked her to Prince Andrew when she was 17. He's denied the allegations. Under questioning by Menninger, Jane recalled being one of Epstein's private plane flights with Prince Andrew. Fuck that guy. Epstein's longtime pilot, Larry Vazovsky, testified Tuesday that he remembers meeting Jane on one of his flights, but he didn't know she was a minor. The flights became the focus of intense. By the way, the judge that everybody's talking about represented Epstein was representing these people who ultimately testified against Epstein and Maxwell. That was their attorney when they all turned state's evidence, effectively. Also, fuck those guys. But that's where they got. Okay. Maxwell, 59, a British socialite, has been accused of identifying and targeting vulnerable girls and young women and grooming them for sex with Epstein and other powerful men. Maxwell, who's on trial, accused of helping Epstein recruit and abuse Jane and 3 other underage girls, mostly in the 90s, has denied all the accusations. She was found guilty, blah, blah, blah. Okay. There are, let's see, Trump, Maxwell, again, here's a, maybe you could talk to John Barron, because he talked to Forbes a lot. Here's every time Donald Trump and Ghislaine Maxwell have been photographed together. There they are. 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 Look at that. Pretty damn fucking close. There they are. There they are. That's him. Okay. Elsewhere, crucial quote, I've met her numerous times over the years, especially since I lived in Palm Beach. I just wish her well, frankly. Remember that? Remember he wished her well? That was one of the fun sketches from, there you go. Trump on Jeffrey Maxwell, associate Ghislaine Maxwell. I wish her well, frankly. I wish her well. The coronavirus briefing. Ghislaine is in prison. A lot of people want to know if she's going to turn in powerful people. I know you've talked in the past about Prince Andrew. Trump was asked on Tuesday. He goes, I don't know. I haven't really been following it too much. I've met her numerous times over the years, especially since I lived in Palm Beach. I just wish her well. Frankly, I wish her well, whatever it is. Oh, he knows whatever it is. And the idea that this fucker thinks that people don't know that his father absolutely knows how to pronounce her fucking name is a joke.
If they're going after Mike Lindell, but not the people on Jeffrey Epstein's list. Remember, like, Jane, or however the hell you say her name, Maxwell, like, she's serving a really long sentence. They don't seem to have any interest in the people that she's covering for. Like, almost none. How about maybe the FBI or federal law enforcement focus on, like, the sex trafficking crisis at the border?
Or technically, I just want to say, by that standard, they did indeed raid the home of, or we'll have a search warrant at, the home of an associate of Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. Was indeed, after she was convicted and after he was convicted, they did indeed serve a search warrant at the home of an associate of Ghislaine Maxwell. For the record, just saying, technically speaking, guys.
Or the human trafficking crisis at the border. Almost none. How about maybe the FBI or federal law enforcement focus on, like, the sex trafficking crisis at the border? Or the human trafficking crisis at the border?
Matter of fact, there's there you go. Let's see. Yeah, here you go. The FBI in 2022 has been doing a thing called Operation Cross Country, which recovers trafficking victims. National Sweep targeting sex traffickers, recovery of minors. A major law enforcement operation to locate and assist victims of human trafficking and related crimes resulted in the location of more than 200 victims during the first 2 weeks of August this year, under the Biden administration. By the way, almost at the same fucking time. Hold on. Yeah, let's see. Hold on one second. Yeah. The Mar-a-Lago search was August 8th. Okay. Trump put the statement out at a little before 7 p.m. Eastern time. That's because Christina Bobb signed off on the receipt that they gave her at 6:19 p.m., I believe it was. And then that's when they told everybody. And this is also when Trump said that they had seized the place and that they were occupying it. Trump said his residence was currently under siege, raided, and occupied by a large group of FBI agents. He said this after they had already left. Now, for the record, this is the same fucking week as this. So I guess careful what you wish for, Junior. They were doing precisely that. By the way, they can walk and fuck with your dad at the same time.
Or maybe the fentanyl crisis. No interest.
Look at this. Best we could do is raid. Okay, hold on. First of all, the DEA is in charge of the fentanyl part of it. But let's see. Here's 3 days ago. Three days ago. Now look at the graphic. America, please do something about the fentanyl. America, please do something about the fentanyl crisis at the border. FBI. Best we can do is raid. Fuck this dude. More than 1 million fentanyl pills seized in Albuquerque operation. Search warrants targeting violent street and prison gangs uncover enormous haul of drug, cash, and firearms. The Albuquerque FBI Violent Gang Task Force executed 16 federal search warrants in various locations in Albuquerque and Bernalillo County's Metropolitan Detention Center on September 1st. Literally out of a Texas fucking prison. They're running this stuff too. As part of an ongoing RICO Vicar investigation targeting violent street and prison gangs, more than a dozen federal, state, and local law enforcement agencies, including SWAT teams from the Albuquerque, Denver, and El Paso FBI field offices, participated in what could be the largest ever fentanyl takedown in New Mexico. We don't do anything in isolation here in New Mexico. Special Agent in Charge Raul Buyanda, of the Albuquerque FBI division said, "We work everything in cooperation with our partners, and there is no different this was no different than any of those operations. The whole purpose of this operation, like everything we do, is to keep our communities safe." Amongst the item seized, more than 1 million fentanyl pills, 142 pounds of methamphetamine, 1.8 million in cash, 37 firearms, 6 vehicles, 2 stolen ones, and a partridge in. All right, and 9 ballistic vests and a ballistic baseball cap, 2 hand grenades. "This is an impressive haul, I would say," said Alexander M.M. Ubalez, U.S. Attorney for the District of New Mexico. "Without these partnerships, without this teamwork, these types of results would not be possible." One individual has been charged federally. Other 4 are in four others are in state custody. But the investigation is ongoing, and more arrests are expected. 7 years ago, before Donald Trump took office, the FBI launched Operation Atonement, which the goal of dismantling the notorious Sindicato de Nuevo Mexico prison gang, whose violent crimes include a plot to kill New Mexico's corrections secretary. The gang is also involved in substantial drug trafficking, firearm-related offenses, and numerous homicides. To date, more than 160 S&M members and associates have been arrested, and 12 gang-related homicides were charged as federal racketeering murders. This is what he puts on screen. Let me be abundantly clear. Let me show this again. Part of more than a dozen federal states from the Albuquerque event. What could be the largest fentanyl takedown in New Mexico. More than 1 million fentanyl pills seized, Albuquerque operation. So understand, the anti-FBI right wing ignoring this shit does not make it not happen. And fuck you, Don Jr.
In that, guys. No interest in that. We're going.
No interest in that. You just want to get more FBI guys attacked by right-wing MAGA lunatics by lying about what they're doing. No interest.
After MAGA Republicans. Best we can do, Mike Lindell. We'll do that. So
look at him fucking reading from his talking points.
Now the FBI seized Mike Lindell's phone, which he says apparently also controls his hearing aids. They don't care.
Yeah, they're going to take your phone. I don't give a fuck if you say, Your Honor, this phone has an app on it that controls my butt plug. And if it's out of range, it buzzes and makes me uncomfortable. Take my word for it, but don't take my phone. Get the fuck out of here.
They've weaponized our federal government to target the political enemies of the Biden regime.
No, they haven't. And this is again, same written talking points you will see on all far-right bullshit and some far-left stuff. Look at fucking Rob Schmidt and his regime bullshit. He's the same syntax and talking point you see. This is all disseminated.
The Democrat Party. That, folks, is the greatest threat to our constitutional republic. Okay?
No. And I'm happy to say that no matter how much this fucker lies, he can't make this stuff not true. He can't make the work that the FBI is doing go away.
Okay? Not MAGA Republicans, not people who believe in putting America first.
Which are mutually exclusive.
Not people who have traditional American values.
Like what? Like respect for law and order and obeying the law and not grabbing random women by the pussy.
And maybe don't want
to hang out with Jeffrey Epstein or Ghislaine Maxwell for a long time.
Former dudes competing in women's sports. Those people, folks, they ain't the problem. Okay? It's federal agencies that don't care and will do this, that will track down Mike Lindell.
Look at him. What are you reading? You fucking junkie. What is happening?
Like they would in a third world banana communist republic.
A banana communist republic. Is the banana communist, or is it a communist republic that runs on bananas?
That's a problem.
Yes, it is. It is a problem. I mean, to each according to his need for a banana.
This is nuts.
I thought it was bananas.
Okay. If you're a Republican,
you're probably fine.
Okay. Like Mike Lindell,
Mike Lindell's not a Republican, and there are no, quote, Republicans like Mike Lindell.
Got a problem.
Yes. If you're a Republican like Mike Lindell, like you helped someone evade a federal warrant and bragged about it on television, yeah, you're in trouble. I agree.
If you're a Hunter Biden, no problem. You can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want, folks. It doesn't matter. You can do crack. You can deal with China. You can take government money. You can money launder. You can do...
No, you can't. I'm just saying for the record. He might... Don't take this as legal advice. You're not allowed to... The allegation that Hunter Biden did these things beyond his own addiction that he's admitted to and that kind of stuff, it's another thing entirely. But don't take this as advice. Also, if you're watching this in another country, the border is not open. You have to actually get a visa.
All the things. They'll even cover for you and say, no, it's Russian disinformation. But Mike Lindell, yeah, you got a problem. The MyPillow guy's got a problem.
He's a material witness in a case in Colorado. They didn't arrest him. They took his phone. They had a lawful subpoena for it.
Maybe because he's a big conservative advertiser.
No, he's not a conservative advertiser. He's a financer of conservative media. But that had nothing to do with why he's in trouble. Fucking nothing. You know
a lot of money.
Peter Thiel's not getting pulled over. They're not taking his fucking phone. Even the Overstock dude, I don't think they've taken his phone. He pays for a lot of shit.
Advertising on conservative TV, probably the biggest out there.
Close to the only.
Maybe that's why they're targeting.
Yeah, why haven't they gone after the catheter guy? This guy is not only supporting right-wing causes, probably thinks the election was stolen, and he's giving pre-lubed catheters to pilots to stick in their penis while they're flying. That can't be safe. That can't be safe.
Take away the funds of the opposition media. What little there is.
Why would that do that? Why would the company not continue on and continue to have ads where even if he got arrested, fuck, it's a company.
Okay? Hunter travels on Air Force One. Mike Lindell gets swarmed by the FBI. You can't make this stuff up.
You are making this stuff up. He didn't get swarmed by the FBI. They blocked him in at Hardee's and had a conversation with him. He talked to his lawyer. They took his phone.
Right?
And he got a subpoena to appear as a material witness in a Colorado grand jury.
They had the ability to track him down in a rural Minnesota Hardee's, apparently.
Yeah, it's weird because there's almost everyone in a rural Minnesota Hardee's looks like Mike Lindell. Obviously, they were using some sort of like high-level facial recognition that got him by, the lack of twist in his mustache.
But they can't track down the people who planted bombs at the RNC on January 5th. No interest.
Well, I mean, that's an issue for Georgia law enforcement, honestly.
So my father responded to the raid, and he said this.
Okay.
I'm going to read my dad's truths.
Breaking news. Mike Lindell, the My Pillow guy, was just...
Why is that in quotes?
Just raided by the FBI.
No, he was not raided by the FBI.
We are now officially living in a weaponized police state.
No, we're not. If you don't believe me, go to the grocery. Can you go to the grocery? Yeah, I bet you can, can't you? I bet you can wear a MAGA hat to the grocery and come home, can't you? Hey, I know there's some maggots in the crowd. Have you had trouble driving across town recently? In any city you've been, have you been pulled over because of your MAGA bumper sticker? Please tell your story. Right? Project Veritas, care of Don Jr.'s rectum, and tell them your story.
Rigged elections and all. Our country is a laughingstock all over the world.
Well, no. They're laughing at you. You're in America and they're laughing at you, but that doesn't mean they're laughing at America,
The majesty of the United States is gone.
Yes. Her Purple Mountain's majesty. Nope. It's the Purple Mountain's pathetic now. It's just pathetic.
Can't let this happen.
What do you mean? It already did. Didn't it already happen? If the majesty is gone, it's gone. I mean, you can try and get it back, but you can't you can unscrew a light bulb, but you can't unscrew the United States.
Take back America.
Take back America back to majesty.
Folks, honestly, I don't think he's wrong. Okay.
I'm biased.
I'll have to say I don't think, because the same people that are all for the...
Well, no. If you're going to get fact-checked, no one is going to disagree with you saying the sentence, I don't think.
Weaponization of this will say that I somehow created a fact-check error. So I'm just repeating what he said, and not going to disagree.
There were no facts in what he said. It was all opinion.
Certainly feels that way to me.
Yes, it's a feeling. We get it. Fuck your feelings. We understand.
Because feelings matter more than, anything else, right? So let's just make that clear.
Right, yes, and you're getting fucked right in the feelings.
We're just playing by their rules.
Really? I just feel like you're kind of just falling apart on your own without any help.
But guys, this is some sick stuff, and this shouldn't be happening in the United States of America.
What shouldn't be happening? Lawfully executed search warrants around grand jury testimony witnesses, wherein in the future they will get their phone back?
This shouldn't be happening in any country.
Yeah, that's right. So Don Jr. is announcing that he's going to leave the country right now and fight for freedom in other countries. He's going to start with the Donbass. And
if it was happening somewhere else, I guarantee you the people who are quiet and silent on it right now would be really loud.
He's proud of that sentence. I don't know what he's saying. What do you mean, North Korea? Like, I don't know. Your dad's in love with the dude. Work it out. What? Look at the look on his face. Like, Look.
Shouldn't be happening in any
Shouldn't be happening in anywhere. There should not be lawful subpoenas happening in any. But if they were happening, the quiet people would suddenly be loud.
country. And if it was happening somewhere else, I guarantee you the people who are quiet and silent on it right now would be really loud. But you know what? It's an arrest of convenience. It's a seizing of convenience.
It's a seizing of convenience. Yeah. He was, and that's why it happened in a fast food place. Because it was, they hit him where he was at his most convenient. They inconvenienced him while he was enjoying the conveniences.
It's a narrative of convenience.
It's a narrative of, I don't know what the fuck this is.
Let's take them out. Make sure that no one
Let's take him out. Whoa, no. Fuck you.
Would be really loud. But you know what? It's an arrest of convenience. It's a seizing of convenience. It's a narrative of convenience. Let's take them out. Make sure that no one ever has the guts to stand up to the dictators again.
All right. Yeah, we might have a winner. We might have dumbest Don Jr. video so far. What? So first of all, let's take him out. No, you're not. Acts of violence are verboten. I don't allow for it to be called in my chat. Fuck you. No. 100 times no. This asshole is forget it. Secondly, let's make sure people can never stand up to a dictator again. Run that by me again, dummy.
Country. And if it was happening somewhere else, I guarantee you the people who are quiet and silent on it right now would be really loud.
Okay. Does he mean that the alleged MAGA people that should be supporting Trump and all this stuff aren't being loud enough? But if it was happening in what? Russia, North Korea, Saudi Arabia, what does he mean? They would be really loud?
But you know what? It's an arrest of convenience.
Okay, what's an arrest of convenience?
It's a seizing of convenience.
What is a seizing of convenience?
It's a narrative of convenience.
What is that? Why did he write the word convenience down on a piece of paper and then forget what the fuck he was talking about? That's amazing. This is an inconvenienced truth. This is Don Jr.'s inconvenienced truth. It's a convenience of convenience. It's a concession of convenience.
Let's take them out.
Let's take them out. No.
Right now would be really loud. But you know what? It's an arrest of convenience. It's a seizing of convenience. It's a narrative of convenience. Let's take them out. Make sure that no one ever has the guts to stand up to the dictators again.
Let's take them out and make sure that no one has the guts to stand up to the dictators ever again. Okay, first of all, way to say the quiet part loud. Way to just straight up say what you're going for. That I guess in this equation, your father is the dictator, and what you're trying to establish is an America where nobody can, where everyone is afraid to stand up to him. I don't think he's trying to be ironic, 250K home. I don't. Thank you, Melanie. I don't think he's trying to be ironic. I think this is just fucking gibberish. One more time.
Any country. And if it was happening somewhere else, I guarantee you the people who are quiet and silent on it right now would be really loud.
I don't know what the fuck.
But you know what? It's an arrest of convenience. It's a seizing of convenience. It's a narrative of convenience.
Nobody knows what the fuck that means. If we stopped right now and went, what the fuck are you talking about? What do you mean it's a seizing of convenience? What do you mean a narrative of convenience? What are you talking about? I don't think he could explain it. Honestly, I do not think Oh, thank you, Coretta. Hold on one second. Whoops. Thank you, Delise, by the way. I had a Nerd Halen question all of a sudden. Coretta, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Is this drug speak? Really?
Let's take them out and make sure that no one ever has the guts to stand up to the dictators again. That's all it is, folks.
All right. I don't even know. Is there a decoder ring? Does anyone speak cocaine in the crowd? He posted this. Please, is there 2 seconds? There's 2 seconds left. Could he recover and turn the phrase around?
At least to me.
What? Wait.
Convenience. It's a narrative of convenience. Let's take them out and make sure that no one ever has the guts to stand up to the dictators again. That's all it is, folks. At least to me.
All right, I don't know. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what that is. Is that heat stroke? Is that from brain swelling? Seriously. Sounds like a threat. Yeah, the initial one sounds like a threat. Sounds like a call to the Gravy Seals. He's an idiot, but it sounds like a threat. I agree that we got to take him out part. That sounds like a threat. I don't know. This is. I have never heard Hunter Biden in an interview make less sense. Hunter Biden in some of the leaked video that's supposed to be him talking to a hooker, arguing about crack, has better sentence structure and logical syntax than this guy. For real. I mean, he's got to, because it's a deep fake and it's constructed. They got it. I mean, you want the narrative to be clear because you're selling something. But Hunter Biden would say this guy has a drug problem, right?